Good evening, one and all. Let us welcome to the session on confusing words. We have already started discussion on confusing words and we have examined various examples on confusing words. So this confusion may occur in a language, especially language like English, because it's a foreign language and there are so many exceptions. Okay, and the words we find we use them in a different context. So basically we so it helps us to improve vocabulary. If you have no confusion regarding the word, you could use it comfortably in your conversations. So that is the motto that we have to find out. Sometimes these confusing words may differ in writing part, that means spelling, or sometimes in pronunciation, and sometimes in meaning, the usage of the same word in different context, right? For example, if I say yeah, she is a fair person. If I say that she is a fair person, what does it mean? So maybe her complexion, she is fair enough and good enough, she looks beautiful. Yes, fine. Or sometimes fair means her mentality. We are talking about her character, yes, you know. So, and sometimes we may, what is the fare of this book? So you are talking about the cost of the book, but you are using the same pronunciation, okay, but two different meanings. Fair, in the first context I used she is fair, FAIR, okay, FAIR. And in the next context, what is the fare of this book? So that becomes what exactly? The cost of the book. So this is what we have to learn and implement. See, so we have to be careful of using the words in our day-to-day context. Fine. Yeah. So I just write it. So first context is fair, 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 So fair, that means looks beautiful and smart. Okay, FAIR, fair. And in the second context I used it as, okay, fair, FARE. What is the fare of the book? That means cost of the book. So in this way we have to identify, we have to select the words, and we have to see and observe the words in our context. Okay, let us go through the next session. Continue the session with more examples. Here I show you some of the slides, and before going to that, okay, fine, no problem, I give you one more example. Fine. I just give you an example with the fine itself. Okay, if I write FINE, fine, what does it mean? So we ask people, how are you? So we say, fine, I am fine, thank you. That means I am good, I am doing well. Yes, yeah, this is the fine. How I am differentiating. So how are you? That means the other person would like to know how we are. So I am fine, I am good. In this sense we say the same word, FINE, fine. But if you want to use this fine, see, he made a fine for driving in a wrong route. Okay, he made a fine for driving in a wrong route. Traffic police had made a fine. So that means penalty. What is, so here the fine means FINE, fine, but the situation is different. Now we call it as this fine means penalty, right? PANALTY, penalty. So different situations carry the different meanings. So we have to be careful. So for example, she is too weak to walk. Which week you would like to write here? Tell me. Yes? Yeah, I show you. Weak. She is too weak to walk. I write here two words. Okay? I write two words here. I write two. Let us use two different colors. One is WEEK. So here I wrote weak. The first one is weak. Red color one is weak. She is too weak to walk. That means she cannot walk. But yeah, which is going to be the correct answer? Whether weak, red color one or blue color one? Yes, it is only the red one, because this weak means yeah, less strengthen, okay, dull, and this week we know. Okay, yeah, I will come next week. I brought a new pair of shoes in the last week. Okay, we will meet in the next week. Okay, so this week, that means it shows the days of the week. Okay, on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so 7 days become a week, yes. So how you do? No. So she is too weak to walk, because we are talking about an ability. So that girl or lady cannot walk because she is weak, but not this week. So in this way we have to think and use the words in our context. Okay, sometimes writing part also really, yeah. I show you one more example here. For example, if I write the word wood, WOOD, wood. Okay, fine. I show you. So, for example, I would like to meet you. If I want to say, I would like to meet you. Okay, which wood we are talking about here? Is it the same wood? No. That means I would like to meet you. I would like to. What does it mean here? I wish to. Okay, I wish to meet you. I wish to see you. I wish to visit you. So which would come here? So let me change the color. Here WOULD. See the difference between the spelling here. Okay, the difference between the spelling, but it pronounced the same, but the meaning also changes. So first, black color wood is a material. Okay, material extracted from a tree, plant, wood. Wooden bowl, wooden door, wooden window, yeah, furniture part of thing that we know. Wood, 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 black color one. Here WOULD, wood. That means your interest, you convey your wish, and this is a polite expression too. Would you like to come with me? Would you like to come with me? So here how we are doing? We are offering, okay, we are requesting and offering somebody to come with us. So go along with, when we discussed about Toto, we asked the word for one word substitute, go along with. That means accompany. See how you could interrelate your learning process. So every topic of our Polytechnic is interrelated. Whether you discuss about need for English or classroom English, or you speak about likes and dislikes or making requests, so all these things are interrelated. You have to use polite expressions, polite words, just like would. Okay, fine. Yeah, and all these words really help us to converse, help us to speak well in our day-to-day life. Fine. So in this way we have to practice here. So would. I hope, yeah, what is the gist? What is the main content of the topic here? Confusing words. How do they confuse us? Maybe through spelling, sometimes maybe with pronunciation, sometimes with the meanings. These things could be practiced well. We need not to categorize them, but we should know what is the spelling, what is the pronunciation they used, and the situation is very very important, in which context they have used this word. So that is the important thing that we need to learn about. Okay, let me wipe it off, and let us go to the next topic. So this is one thing that we understand about the confusing words. Let us practice here in the textbook. There is a paragraph. I show you. Rewrite the given passage selecting appropriate words. Here it's a simple paragraph. Okay, so how the context, how the situation, how the story helps us to choose a right word. We are supposed to choose a right word here. Let us go with these confusions. Let us find out, let us discover the confusing words, just like they have mentioned here, there. Okay, and let us see how they are useful to understand the passage. Okay, by avoiding the confusion here. Okay, I just go through the word to word explanation, the meaning, and then we talk about the situation. Just before going to discuss, let me read the entire passage for you. Fine. I just read it without the words in the bracket. Once was a young girl, she was not interested in but a motorbike. She looked very, but she a lot of boys in bike racing. Her parents had wanted a dash. They were disappointed at her, but they learned that she was better than any male. The young girl had a dream of going to from her town, she wanted to go and race on the beach. Racing on the sand was her passion. Her story inspired many similar tales. So how we can discuss about these words. Fine. Now let us complete the paragraph with the suitable words. Once there was a young girl. Once there was a young girl. So what is the context here? We are talking about an young girl. Okay, so once, which there would be the correct one? Which there would be the correct one? So THERE, the first one. So that means once there was, ala akadu oka ammayi undedi. In our storytelling we used to say once upon a time, once there was a boy, once there was a man, once there was a girl. Like this we used to say undevaru ane meaning lo. So there, THEIR, there, that means belongs to somebody. There, this is their pen. This is their pen. Okay, they are, actually they are, this is they, ARE instead of apostrophe, so shortcut. So they are coming, they are going, they are walking. So let us examine these three words again. There, they are. Okay, there, actually the pronunciation a little bit different, but they look same. Sometimes when we speak in fast or fluently, you couldn't understand which word is being used. So that is the reason we have to understand the context here. The context really helps us. So here once, it has started with once. That means talking about something or somebody here. So once there was a young girl. There, THERE, there was a young girl. అక్కడ ఉండేది ఒకనప్పుడు ఒక అమ్మాయి ఉండేది అనే సెంటెన్స్లో. Fine. Next, she was not interested in dash. She was not interested in dash. Cereals, See, I differentiate the pronunciation here, cereals, cereals, okay, yeah, but both are serials, serials. That means the programs which we watch in TV, okay, serials, the episodes, program, okay, episodes we watch in our TV. Next, cereals, 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 cereals. Cereals means grains. Yeah. So cereals means pulses, eatable food item. It is talking about the food item. So how it is, in which context we are. So both words may be suitable here, but let us see the next line to understand the right context. She was not interested in cereals, okay, whether it is cereals or cereals. Pulses తినకపోవడం గురించి we need not to explain here. So what would be, so but rode a motorbike. So this young girl was not really interested to watch TV programs, but she is interested in bike riding. Fine. So but she rode a motorbike. So whenever she gets free time, she doesn't stick to TV, she simply goes on a bike riding. So that is the, so here they are talking about the interest. In this context, which is the more appropriate word, serials or cereals? Obviously cereals. Okay, fine, good, fine. So she rode a motorbike. Now let us examine this word, ROAD, road, RODE, road. What does it mean here? Okay, road. Yeah, ROAD, road. That means we know the street, okay, the concrete place, the traveling path which we use, okay, for transportation, that is called road. ROAD, road, But what is RODE, road here? RIDE, the past tense of RIDE. She rides a bike, she likes to ride a bike, she rode a bike. That means, yeah, she has already rode a bike. She is not interested in cereals, but she is interested in bike riding. Fine. Now let us. She looked very weak, but she ate a lot of food. She looked very weak. Which week we are? So she looked very weak. Her appearance, how does she look? She looks very weak. Which one? WEEK, weak, or WEAK, weak? Obviously, yeah, just now we examined that same example here, WEAK. So she looked very weak, but she ate a lot of food. Ate a lot of food. Ate, 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 EIGHT, ate. ATE, ate, EIGHT, ate. So what is the appropriate one here? Ate. That means she had some food. Ate, eat, ate, eaten. Fine. So she ate a lot of food. Which of? OF of or OFF of? OF of. She ate a lot of food. She consumed a lot of food. It is not OFF off. That means, yeah, it goes with some switch off, turn off, okay. So lights off. In this context we use in a combination. So she ate a lot of food. Yeah. She bet a lot of boys in bike racing. So she competed with a lot of boys in bike racing. Okay, that means she competed. She won. She was successful in competing. So which, it's not B-E-E-T, beat, it is bet, B-E-A-T, bet. She bet a lot of boys in bike racing. Her parents had wanted a son, S-U-N son or S-O-N son? Simply S-O-N son. Very good. So they were disappointed on her birth. Here we can see birth or birth, B-E-R-T-H, birth or B-I-R-T-H, birth. Yeah, when she was born, they were really disappointed. Here birth, that means born, B-I-R-T-H, R-T-H. What is this birth then? Birth is something, we book a berth in a train, railway transportation. Like in train journeys, we book a berth. Berth is something that a comfortable seat where we can relax and sleep, even sleeper coach, yes, that is the berth. But they had to accept her or accept her, EXCEPT, accept, ACCEPT, accept. It is not accept, because accept is something to remove, to give an exemption, to give permission, like that. Okay, give an exception to give me an exception to submit the homework today. Give me an exception, tolaginchadam, to remove us, for or else excuse for giving some chance. Okay, in this way we use that. But they had to accept. Accept means to agree, to take care. Accept her. Yeah, they had to accept her. See, they didn't like her at the time of her birth, but they slowly started accepting her, because she is not less than any male. Fine. She knew that she was better than any male. Let us see which knew. She knew, K-N-E-W, knew, N-E-W, knew. So it is new. New means something, we know something, known feeling. Okay, yes, new, N-E-W, new, something new. Okay, we buy new clothes, we buy new pens, we buy new books. Okay, new is something latest. Okay, K-N-E-W, new is something known. She knew that she was better than any male. M-A-I-L, male, M-A-L-E, male, M-A-I-L, male, M-A-L-E, male. So that is male. Here the comparison between the male and female, M-A-L-E, male. So talking about the male gender. Okay, it's M-A-I-L, male is something, a post, a male, an email. Okay. The young girl had a dream of going to sea. The young girl had a dream of going to sea. It is not S-E-E-C, it is S-E-A-C. That means she had a passion to go to sea. Ocean. She wanted to flee from her town. She wanted to flee. That means she wanted to rush to the sea and do bike riding in the sea beach. She wanted to go and race on the beach. Okay, B-E-A-C-H, beach. Racing on the bare sand was her passion. Here, B-E-A-R, bear, B-A-R-E, bear, B-E-A-R, bear, B-A-R-E, bear. So racing, her passion is to race on the bare sand. Empty, it's not bare sand means nothing. It is just plain sand without covered by anything. So she wanted to go for a racing on the sand. Bear means B-A-R, bear, we know that is animal, and we know teddy bears. Okay, her story inspired many similar, yeah. Her story inspired many similar tales. STORY story, STOREY story. You know, her story. Okay, it's a plain story about a girl and inspired too many tales. TALES tales or TAILS tales. We know what is a tale? Yes, it is an organ of animals. No, yeah, we can see a tail to the animals, not to human beings. So it is not that. So she is talking about here tales, 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 that means stories. Okay, so in this way, see how beautifully this is designed here. So how interesting the context, how do you understand the context? Even we examine that when you read something, you understand the gist of the story, you understand the summary of the story, but we may not give word to word meaning. You know, it is not possible, but you are able to summarize, explain, rewrite and retell whatever we read. So that is the ability that we have, because we know some words and in the contextually we understand. Okay, but word to word meaning could be possible only by referring a dictionary. So we have already learnt about referring a dictionary, what is the uses of dictionary. So we have to implement here. So reading paves us to many things. One thing is to find out the new words, and after learning the new words, you should come across, you should overcome the confusing words. That means we need to be very careful with the spellings and pronunciation. Okay, and in this way it really helps. So the dictionary is the main tool which helps us to do well in our, yeah, contextual speaking or conversations or whatever we do with English language, whether you write, speak and listen. So all these things could be considered. You have to listen, you have to pay attention, you have to practice, you have to become a frequent and fluent learner or fluent speaker. Frequent and fluent, you should do it frequently. So as much as we practice, that is the result we gain in our life. So let us see. Yeah, this is interesting. Capitonyms. Identify the capitonyms in the given sentences. So write the meaning of the word identical to the capitonym. Fine. Here, let us see. So what is a capitonym? Yeah. Observe here. Observe the word march, 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 and here also the same word MARCH, march. You know. So by writing with a capital letter, generally how do we, what words we write in capital letters? All nouns. You know, nationality, for example, India. If you want to write India, wherever you write, you can write the first letter capital. I should be capital, INDIA. Okay, until somebody instructs us to write all the capital letters, then only we write entire INDA DIA capital letters. Otherwise, wherever you get I love India, we start this sentence with I capital letter, LOVE love small letters, INDIA, but in this I should be capital. You know, so it is called capital. Yeah, so nouns reflected in capital letters. So let us see, by changing the capital letter, by changing a word's first letter into a capital letter, there would be some change in the meaning and the difference. Let us examine these examples. The school march will be in March. See, the school march will be in March. What does it mean? The school march. That means MARCH, March. The school march will be in March. That means here MARCHE, small letters 1 is, that is parade or drill. The school drill will be in March. March means in the month of March. Okay, being the name of the month, being a noun, this is capitalized. M is capitalized, so MARCH, it is talking about the month of one of the months, and this small letters talking about the school drill. Okay, parade will be in March. Fine. This wedding may happen in May. This wedding may happen in May. So you have two similar words, MAY may, MAY may. But small letters MAY and started with a capital letter MAY. MAY. So this wedding may happen in May. That means may. May means something, probability. May I come in? And sometimes it is a permission. Okay. May I come in? May I go? May I get something for you? Okay. I may come, you may come, she may come. So these are the probabilities. Okay. This wedding may happen in May. Okay, in the month of May again. He likes delicate china, though he does not like products from China. He likes delicate china, though he does not like products from China. So here you find CHINA, China, small letters, CHINA, China with a capital letter. So this capital letter word indicates China. That is the country's name. Okay, one of the countries. One of the most populated countries. Okay, in the world, China. And now it has become very dangerous for people. So there are lots of changes. We ban things from China. So these are the things are happening. So this is the name of the country. So he likes delicate china, though he does not like products from China. Here he likes delicate china. That means this small letter word means products like articles. Those were breakable. Pingani, we used to say pingani kind of material is used. So this is called china. Okay, the material. The Polish young man did not polish his shoes. The Polish young man did not polish his shoes. POLISH, polish. Polish. Very modern, latest man. This one is here, P is capitalized in the first word. Polish. POLISH, polish. Very smart, modern, up to date. Okay. So a Polish young man did not polish his shoes. POLISH, polish means coloring our shoes. So the Polish young man did not polish his shoes. Next. He lent some money during Lent. That means he lent some money. Okay. He lent, that means borrowed some money during Lent, maybe a festival or the period of time. So in this way we have to identify, we have to practice and avoid confusion to practice the new words. Okay, so For confusing words, it is better to go for, yeah, refer a dictionary. Okay, referring a dictionary, reading, everything will be helpful to us. Fine. Shall we go for some kind of, yeah, words? Yeah, here we check one by one. Now I show you the confusing words written. They may be written in different spelling or with a gap, but here let us see the pronunciation. The pronunciation of these words is same. See, a lot, a lot. A with space, lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, A-L-L-O-T, a lot. So they are pronounced same but written in different way. So let us see. A lot is two words meaning much. A lot of, yeah, a lot of Bologna was left over from the party. A lot of things. I collected a lot of things during the floods. I collected a lot of things. Food material, dresses, clothes, first aid box, whatever it is. A lot of things I have collected during the floods in Kerala. You know, fine. A lot of, that means too much, many, many. A lot, A-L-L-O-T, a lot. We are allotted to serve the people. We are allotted to serve the people. That means we are, allotted means selected. Okay, assigned or selected. We are allotted to serve the people. We are allotted to take care of the people. We are allotted to do the government works. Okay, so they allotted a separate desk to everyone. Did you finish your essay in the allotted time? The time available, allotted, that means given. Okay, allotted time, allotted materials, allotted duties in this one. Yeah, so it is given to somebody to take care of something. Allot, A-L-O-T, allot is different from allot. Okay, assigned, allotted means assigned. A lot of means many, much, so much in this context. Okay, fine. A while, a while, a while. So a while with a gap. A while, W-H-I-L-E, while. A while, a while. A while, yeah. A while is two words meaning a short period of time. I will meet you in a while. Okay? I will meet you in a while. Please wait for me for a while. Please wait for me for a while. That means for a short time, short period of time. Please be wait. Okay? I will meet you in a while. Within 1 minute or 2 minutes, I will be there and I will meet you. I will see you. Please wait for me a while. Please wait for me a while. So we are talking about the time duration here. Next, yeah, a while. For a short time or stay a while and rest. I read a while, then slept. In the first context, with a gap, a while, that means seconds of time, 1 minute maximum, very short. And this, in this a while, that means you spend some time on some work. You spent some time on some work. Like just I read for a while and slept. That means before going to bed I read for some time. It's not 1 minute or something like that. So a short period of time. So I read a while, then slept. I read a while, then slept. Stay a while and rest. A period of time. 10 minutes, 15 minutes in this context. A while, a while. Fine. I just show you all these. Please go through alphabetical wise. Let us go to the next alphabet. Fine. This is a simple one. A, an, and. We know what is A. This is an article. Simply we refer for numbering. I want an apple. Sorry. I have a pen. She has a pen. He has a pencil. Okay. Yeah. She is a girl. Okay. He is a boy. It is a toy. So, yeah, A is an indefinite article to be used before nouns beginning with a consonant, a photograph, a tree, yeah, a horse, yeah, before a noun which goes with a consonant. And we know, yeah, which we use then in front of, like before an oval sound. Okay, vowel sounds, please. Yeah, and is to be used before nouns beginning with a oval or vowel sound. An apple, an hour, an elephant. Okay, an MLA. So we know this. And the and is a conjunction. That means yeah, we use it. Ramu and Rakesh are going to movie. Ramu and Rakesh are going to movie. And is a conjunction used between nouns in a list. A blanket and picnic basket are needed for the afternoon. Okay, a pen and pencil. A pen and a pencil is needed for the class. Okay, yeah. So in this way, next we see adopt, adapt, adopt. See, three words. Adopt, ADAPT, adopt. Adopt means to adjust, to adjust. Many miles quickly adapted to living away from home. Many miles quickly adapted to living away from home. So somebody has joined in a hostel, so adapted the changes, adapted the circumstances, adapted the situations, adapted the need here. Okay, we adapt the things. Nowadays corona time, we adapt the things. We are not going out, we are simply staying home, and we adopted new learning methods. We adopted new learning methods, both teachers and the learners, students, I mean to say. So we adopt the new learning methods. So that is one thing that is a very, very big deal in this context. Next, adapt. So adapt means skilled. Lucy is adept at speaking languages. Okay, Suresh is um, Suresh is adept in explaining new apps, new usage of apps. Yeah. Rahul is adept at at speaking English language. Adept means that ability, skilled. She is very much adapted in inventing new techniques in technical education. Next, adopt, ADOPT, adopt. Adopt means to accept as your own. It was difficult to adopt only one puppy from the animal shelter. Adopt means somebody, we own it, we take it from somebody and we own it. Okay, they adopted a baby from orphanage. They adopted a baby from orphanage. Okay, yes, ADAPT, adopt. Adopt means adjustment. Adopt, ADOPT, adopt means to own something. Adapt means skilled. Okay. Let us discuss two more pairs here. Adverse, adverse, averse. Adverse Adverse means unfavorable, hostile. Those driving in adverse winter conditions may be putting themselves at risk. Yes, adverse conditions, unfavorable. So now we are living in adverse conditions. The we can't go out, we can't speak to people, we can't sit in groups. We're asking for group work and pair work, but it is a adverse condition. This is an adverse, this is really okay, adverse situation that we are all facing during COVID. Next, averse, AVERSE. Averse means unwilling or repelled. She was immediately averse to the idea. Averse, averse means rejection, unwilling, unwilling, that means not interested, rejected. Okay. She averts the thought of going out. She immediately averts the thought of going out because this is a COVID situation. So immediately there was an objection not to go, not willing. Okay, not accepting the proposal here. Okay, adverse and averse. We are in an adverse situation. Fine. Advise, advise. ADVICE, advise. ADVICE, advise. So advise is a noun meaning an opinion, given with the intention of helping. My mother still gives me advice even though I am 40 years old. Advise, advise. So, something like to give counselor advice the advice is something fine. Advice is something ADVI advice. We give advices. Okay. We give an advice to adopt the new learning method. Okay. Advice, that is also giving a suggestion, a kind of suggestion. Advice is a noun meaning an opinion given with the intention of helping. My mother still gives me advice even though I am 40 years old. They advise, they intend to help us. So anybody. Okay, my friend advised me to start a coffee shop, to start a new business, So that is a new intention somewhere. And advise means is a verb meaning to give counsel or advice. That means some people are not doing well, doing in a we advise people to wear a mask. We advise people to wear a mask. So in this context, see how it is important to know the new words. How do we use them? And see, English language really it is an ocean. English language is an ocean. You go on digging the words, you get the new words and new usages, new explanations. A kind of explanation, exceptions will be occurring. So, but only thing is for us, for our comfortable zone, to speak fluently in English language and to mold our career better. So it is needed. So communication skills are very, very important. For a better communication skills, we need English language. So in that way, our focus should be there, and we have to move on with the learning intention, with the zeal to learn, with the zeal to implement, and we should show that we are the true learners, true speakers of the foreign language. That nativity should not reflect on our speaking English language. So here I wind up today's session, and in the next class we go with the next and new topic. Okay, until then, all of you take care of yourself. Okay, thank you. Bye.